When your mother doesn't love you, or even care that you live, what's the point of living? When you have no friends, what's the point? When you have never known love, what's the point? I've been I've been fighting this day for a long time. Always at the last second, I pulled a rabbit out of my hat. I'm a dark black man who's 6'2", who lives in the United States. I have all sorts of things not going for me, right? And I live in Las Vegas, and as much as they want to claim that the West is more open and inviting and all of that sort of stuff, it's not true. Trust me when I say it's not true. For a person who's been around white people all his life, who's had white friends all his life, who's been the only black person within hundreds of miles, if I say that I suffer from racism, we're not talking about New York Times racism. We're not talking about Washington Post racism. We're not talking about Black Lives Matter racism. I'm talking about racism that actually matters. Racism that's actually real. And what's actually real? The only thing that's actually important in this world, in the Western countries. When you can deny a black man a job, a profession, schooling, that's the only thing that matters. Surrounding money, that's the only thing that matters. Housing, that's the only thing that matters. This calling each other names, that doesn't matter. The impact I have on people is one of two things. They either hate me or they worship me or adore me or something weird. Usually the people who worship or adore me have zero power, zero clout, nothing to do. They just, it doesn't impact their life, so why not worship that guy, that black guy? Now the other people are, they have this concept in his head of what a black man is. And then I come along, and I speak with authority, and I speak eloquently, and my mere presence makes them feel foolish. So, I don't get jobs. I don't get hired. I get letters saying, oh, sorry, you don't meet the minimum qualifications. The minimum qualifications to work in the mailroom in the DA's office? To work in the mailroom? In Las Vegas? City of Las Vegas? Las Vegas County? And so I find myself doing YouTube. I thought it would be a great idea to talk about real stuff. Because anytime I ventured to do gossip, my subscribers will say, we don't want to watch that. There's too many important things to be talking about. We want real stuff. Well, I turned off all of the videos. All of the videos that did not meet a minimum qualifications of at least 1,000 views. There might be some that are under 1,000, just under 1,000, but I see that the people who were talking about don't want to hear that don't actually support the channel. And because they don't support a channel, and I listen to them, so then my channel is completely messed up because a black man cannot talk about stuff that only white people have the purview to talk about. You're just a black man. Know your role. Stay in your lane. Talked about hoopties, hoochies, and hip-hop. And so this day has come. My landlord has been very gracious. It might be that my landlord was absent-minded. I didn't pay for a whole month. It skipped my mind. But that was around the time that YouTube was really suppressing the channel and anything that I did. Anything. If I don't get 10,000 views on something, that means I got no views. Which means I can't go on to get more views. So in the first 24 hours, if my video doesn't go to at least 1,000 views, that means it will not generate any money. So I was clicking off all of the videos. 5 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, $1.20. This day has come. The landlord sold the property. He was the owner last year. He's still the landlord. They bought it and then they put down stipulations. One of the stipulations is you can't be late, you can't make a partial payment, and if you're late, you have to make the repayments within 3 months. Well, because of my mishandling of this business and forsaking all of my other businesses, because of when I came to YouTube, I owned 5 other businesses. And I thought since I made so much money all of a sudden that YouTube would be it. And that all of a sudden money didn't quite pan out, but it was too late then to recoup the other businesses, because then I had not budgeted for all of the other businesses. So all of the other businesses fell into disrepair, disarray, can't recoup some of my business, some of my websites. I would have to pay thousands of dollars to get back. Nobody's using them, but they've been swallowed up, snatched up by Asians who go around and buy old properties and then sell them back to their owners who have put in the time and effort to get them to number one. They're not even parked. They're nothing. They're just held, kind of held hostage, and then that's something that businesses do. Now, I come to you all, to my wealthier subscribers, and I need $700 tomorrow. So please donate at paypal.me/Shikama. I, of course, also had a complete blowout with my so-called mother. She's actually she's actually taking care of somebody else's children. And then I said, can you lend me $600? Oh no, I don't have money. All of my bills are late. Everything's behind, and the only thing that's up to date is my mortgage on the one house. Now, you, not knowing her, would say, well, that could happen. That could be the case. But I, being the person that I am, I have a little bit of privileged information. She just took out a loan for $60,000 to renovate a house. And my precise words were, could you at least take out a small loan and I will pay you back? I'll pay the loan off myself. So she had 60. The point is, she had the credit, the clout, the clout, and the reputation, and the clout to borrow $60,000 at the drop of a hat. Trust me when I say she could probably be lent $1 million, and they would lend her $1 million. Why would they lend her $1 million? Because they could come after her and take her mansion and her mansion and her mansion and her other properties, and that would all probably come to a total of probably a few $1 million. And I said, you know, I believe I'm going to be homeless after tomorrow. I think they give you like what once they start the procedure, you get like 2 or 3 days or 5 days or a week or something before the sheriff comes and locks your house. So I have been without my high blood pressure medication, and I'm taking 5 other things that are all to lower and control blood pressure, and it's down to normal after taking it. Remember, I got a blood pressure cuff to monitor my blood pressure myself. Uh, Without taking the medication, anybody else would have immediately taken me to ER because that's how high my blood pressure is. In the past couple of days, I have been completely out of my gourd uh, trying to figure something out. But tomorrow's the day. He wasn't there today. Today's Sunday. He wasn't there today, so uh, today I've been sort of wandering around in a stupor. So my mother had the gall to say, handle it like a man. I said, what did you say to me? You know, all gloves are off. You know, I've been very polite and cordial to this woman who I do not believe is my mother at all. There is no She's taking care of somebody else's children. She has taken care of other people's children, not her own. And she's done that throughout her life, throughout my life. And for whatever reason, I'm treated like a stranger. Uh, She made a snide comment the other day, and she says, "I've known you for blah 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 so many years." Well, I said, since you opened the door, let's get some real facts out here. I've lived with you 4 years of my life. That's about it. About a good 4 years. That's it. Otherwise, I was in boarding school or I lived somewhere completely different. So no, you don't know me. You don't know any. You don't know the first thing about me. Yeah. So uh, the problem is, YouTube came with a hammer during Christmas. Christmas, I should have been making like $10,000, but instead, I only made a few $100s. I don't have super duper expenses. I think you all know I live in a trailer. I have a dog, and I have the internet and lights. And that's it. I keep all of my expenses super duper low. But this day has come where all of this, the house of cards, is just going to fall. And he has a policy. The new owners of this area have a policy that don't be late. If you're late, you have to make payments within 3 months or vacate the premises. Although I'm technically buying this place, it it doesn't have the same rights as buying a regular house, right? So there you have it. So I am begging and pleading my more wealthy people, so all of you people who can't afford it, please don't speak up because you actually make the wealthy people nervous. You scare the wealthy people off. So I am begging and pleading the wealthier people, please donate at paypal.me/Shikama. Just the wealthiest, just the people who can afford $700. And for that, if you all come through, I will then be able to make any sort of videos. I will research anything that you want. I already offered. I said if you donate $1,000 to me, I will actually sit down and go over your portfolio, research any companies that you want to invest in, or research any sort of Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies that you want to invest. I'll do all of that for $1,000 donation, and in return, as a gift to you, I will hand you a report, a full detail report. I already offered that on my Patreon. I don't know what to do. You all are my last hope. Thank you all for watching.